So what's the game here, right? Ultimately, the game here is the game in life is now you finding an empowering context to come from. If you can separate the story from what happened in whatever scenario in life, coronavirus, marketing, your life, your family, your loved ones, whatever. If you can separate the story from what happened, you're left with a choice. You're now left with a choice of what do you want it to mean. You're going to make meaning out of it one way or the other because that's what we do as people. We make meaning. We create meaning for things. But the meaning can be created by choice on purpose from you. It doesn't have to be a reaction or an unconscious story that sneaks its way in. You could actually make a conscious choice about what you're going to make something mean. But you can only do that once you can separate the difference between what happened and what you're going to make it mean. So in this moment, there are two moments happening right now. One moment is the coronavirus, which I want to speak to because what I want to be is on the heels of my own fear today, on the heels of me sliding into a story. I realize I'm not alone in that. And I'm pretty diligent about my thoughts, and I found it, and I felt myself sliding into a story. So there must be others, maybe you, who have slid into a story about the coronavirus and what you think it's going to be and what you think it means and what's going to happen to your business and to your livelihood and to the world and whatever. And so for that instance, we'll end with marketing here in a minute, but in that instance, the game here is for you to pick a place, to choose where to stand, to choose a meaning that is empowering to you. Because if you don't pick the meaning, you're going to get one by default. You're going to live in a reaction to what is unconscious or what sneaks in. So that's the first. The more that you can be diligent about choosing the meaning of what this whole thing is right now, your meaning can help others create a more empowered meaning. And now, rather than going down a doom loop of stories as a collective, society, species, we can actually ride the momentum of each other's empowered meanings on up, out of this thing, right? It's going to do what it's going to do, yes? How we respond, the story we give it, the meaning we give it is completely up to us. Okay, by the way, spread that, will you? Start being constructive about your thoughts and pass that on so that others can reorient themselves to an empowered story about it. Okay, now, marketing, and we'll end with this. You also have an option right now about marketing in your business in this time of crisis or some other time in your life. But at some point, I'm assuming that you are a conscientious human and you want to help others. That's why you have a business. Your business is here to help others. And underneath the services that you provide, underneath the products you sell, there is a bigger reason why you do it. There is a deeper meaning. There's a bigger conversation for you to lead in the world. And it is important that you find that conversation to lead because that's the thing that connects with the people you're trying to serve. It's not your products and it's not your services. It's not your features and it's not your benefits. There is a narrative here. There is a story, an empowered story, not a default story. There is an empowered story that you get to lead your people in. There's what is happening in their life and there's what they could make it mean. And if you could come along and help shed perspective on what's happening in their life and give it new meaning for them, they would feel hopeful and optimistic about their future, and they might choose to step into something like that and hire you as a guide to guide them on that path because the current path they're on is not empowering.